Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe. This is my Python room, and I've been I've been working on a few things. Trying to get everybody situated. Got some new food, some new food products, some new prey, I guess you could say. Got some quail, got some chickens, some medium rats for the snakes, and then picked up some hornworms for the gecko. I'm not sure if the scorpion, yeah, that's right, I got a scorpion now, is in this tank right here. That's the old tank that the gecko used to be in. I've done some serious rearranging. Now I get the gecko in this tank. And I believe it's a he, is under this hide here, the one that I ended up making for him. And, he's doing good. There's, yeah, let me flip this around so you can really see. I don't know if you can see right there, but there's a cricket right there. There's some crickets running around in there for him to eat. And I picked up some of this stuff here, leopard gecko food. Like, it's just one of those things. It's actually, there's some in that dish right there. And this is one of those things where if he eats it, great. It's going to get like nutrients and stuff that he needs. But at the same time, if he doesn't eat it, then he doesn't eat it. And he'll still get what he needs from the crickets and the mealworms. He really hasn't been eating the mealworms. He really hasn't. Whether alive or dead, he hasn't been eating them. And I'll put them in his tank. I'll put them in a little dish, put them in the tank for him, and he'll go over and check them out, and he'll prepare himself as if he's getting ready to eat it, as if he's getting ready to like lunge at it, but he just won't. He just won't, and I don't know why. And however, the crickets, he's loving the crickets. Okay, let me get a little bit of a line up here so I can show you everything that I have for him. That way you can get a better understanding of just what I'm gonna explain to you. Okay, so bear with me. Give me a second. Okay. I hope everybody's weekend is going good so far. Hope everybody's staying safe and enjoying this nice, beautiful weather that we've been having. That was a joke. Okay, so check it out. So I get the Repashy, I get the Repticalcium, and then I have the vitamins. These are both the same thing, vitamins. Okay, and basically what I'll do is one day I'll sprinkle some of this on the crickets. Not the next day, but the day after that, I'll sprinkle some of this on the crickets, and then same thing with that. I'll go every other day, then sprinkle that on. So one day he'll get this, the next day nothing. The next day he'll get this, the next day nothing. Then the next day that, and so on and so on. And then this here, this is just, it's a stimulant. I actually really haven't been giving him this, because he's been doing good eating the crickets with all of this stuff. So he's getting, what he needs for his bones to develop. And not only that, but this light that I have here, it is a UVA UVB. So he's getting that UVA UVB. However, he's not getting the infrared. I put a little stack of rocks right there for him to climb up on, and he does. He climbs up on it, and he'll actually walk from here over to that little tree. He'll hide out in the corner, hide out under the tree. Got another little hide over there for him. But let's check out the scorpion. I think the scorpion's under one of the hides. I believe the scorpion is under there because I actually saw him. He ran from here, across the back of the tank, and then he kind of crawled in through the back under there. But I ended up grabbing one of these here plants and I put it in it. It's funny as all hell. You should have seen it. So last night, I'm laying here getting ready for bed, and I hear tapping on the glass, and I get up and I come and check on him, and he's positioned himself here with his claws, trying to attack the freaking plant. It was just funny. It was just funny. But he's cool as hell. He really is. He hasn't been eating for me yet. As you saw, there are some crickets running around in there. That way, if he gets hungry and he comes across one, he can and then eat it. But I have actually, using tongs, grabbed a cricket and put it in there. Just trying to get his attention, tapping on his claws with the cricket, because on their claws they have these little hairs. Now, scorpions, their eyesight is their eyesight is horrible. It is. So on their claws and even along their body, they have these little hairs that stick up, and those hairs kind of act as sensors. So as they're moving around, they can sense if they can fit into a hole. They can sense if they're next to something, by those little hairs. So what I was doing was I was taking a cricket, using the tongs, and putting it close to his claws, putting it close to his body so he would feel it moving and hopefully grab it, eat it. But no. So I actually ordered some grasshoppers, because I believe they eat grasshoppers. I know that the gecko does. I know the gecko does. But I believe the scorpion does. They're actually pre-killed. They're dead. They come in a little can. You gotta keep the can refrigerated, or else it'll go bad and smell, and nobody wants that. No, I don't think so. So that's coming in today. So tonight after work, I'm gonna offer some to the gecko, and I'm gonna offer some to him, and just see how they do with it. But guys, I got something really big I got to talk to y'all about, and this is something that I just found out yesterday, and it's been really weighing on my mind, and it's gotten me to the point where I'm almost breaking down into tears over it. So I've decided I might have to sell one of my snakes, or practically all of them. And I got some bad news last night from my landlord. I see last weekend there was a little bit of incident here at my house. Like I told y'all in previous videos, it's not the greatest situation here, and I'm not gonna get into too much detail, in this video. However, if anybody out there if you want to message me and talk, we can talk. I'll be more than willing to fill you in. But a situation happened here. A situation occurred last weekend. My landlord showed up yesterday, where I gave him my half of the rent, and we were talking, and he's decided to go up in the rent, and basically gave me a time frame that I need to come up with that difference, and if I don't, he's gonna evict me. And if he does that, then I don't know I don't know what I'm gonna do with these guys. I can't just call an animal shelter, hey, come get them. No, they'll put them to sleep. These are exotic animals. They're snakes, lizards, scorpions. They'll put them right to sleep. you know. So I ended up making a GoFundMe. You know, I'm just trying to come up with I'm trying to come up with $500. And my landlord, he wouldn't give me until next week to get him the difference. He wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. So, I'm reaching out to you guys who watch this video, who see this video. If there's anything you could do to help me, if there's anything you could do, if you know somebody who wants to buy a reptile, I really don't want to, but I mean, if I have to, Zeus, Nina, Gecko, Scorpion, I would let all of them go for $1,000. I mean, you really can't put a price on an animal's head. A pet, a loved one, but at the same time, if it comes down to it and like you really have to, you gotta do what you gotta do. However, if I was just to come up with this difference, give it to them, I'll be all set. I can keep my animals, everybody can stay happy, and I can continue putting out these videos for you guys, which I'm sorry that I've been kind of slacking. I've been going through a lot, dealing with a lot. As you guys saw, Zeus, he shed just a couple of days ago. It was a full shed, and that same night I actually fed him. Now, I fed Nina a quail, and she took it. She devoured that thing. She did. And believe it or not, after she ate it, it was like immediately she was looking for another one. I believe she's in there. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. I think she's on the other side. Hold on. Trying to do this one-handed. It sucks. Is she in there? Can you see it? Do you see a snake? No. I know she's in there. She's probably under there. Because, like I said, she just took a quail. And that was Friday night that she took the quail. So she's probably still digesting big time. And Charlie, I know that she's under there. So check this. Friday night, I come home from work. I get home kind of late, and I got the quail set up. I got mice, rats, all thawed out on my bed. Of course, I have like paper towels and whatnot underneath it. I get in and I'm changing. I'm getting undressed. I'm getting comfortable. Getting ready to feed these guys. And I look right over here, and I just see something moving. I'm like, what the heck? I kind of had to look at it a couple times, but it was Charlie. Yeah, it was Charlie. She got up. So, as you know, the old tank, I was just like really having issues with the old tank because of the lid. Lifting the lid, it wouldn't lift properly. This one here, obviously it lifts properly. But Friday, I didn't have anything on top of here. So she just pushed her way up, and she must have like fallen and was just like cruising around the room that night. But luckily, I got home when I did, and I found her, because it's weird, like this house is weird. So this room is the only room that really produces any heat when the heat is on. Now, as you've seen from previous videos or previous posts on Facebook, Instagram, not Nina, I get them mixed up all the time. Charlie escaped before. she escaped before from her old tank. And that day, I was actually out of the house for like hours. And when I got home, I tore my bedroom apart. I tore this place apart. I had my bed lifted up. I had the drawers for my dresses pulled out, clothes just like everywhere. I ripped my whole room apart. Couldn't find her. And, before I started to freak out, I started setting little booby traps, around my room. That way there, if I heard the booby trap, I would know it was her. But I ended up finding her in my dining room. Yeah, and I don't know how long she was out there for, but when I found her and I picked her up, she was so cold. She was so cold. I felt so bad. So that's why, it was really important for me to get her switched out from the tank because of the issue I was having with the lid. So, needless to say, now I have the top of the lid barricaded. So now, since her little rendezvous around the bedroom the other day, now she's trying to get out even more. When I tell you, she loves coming out of her tank. She does. She loves it. Like, her every waking minute, she is trying to just come out. Now, her tank is fine. The heat, the humidity is fine. Her water, I change her water. I give her clean water every other day. Every other day, unless, I go and look at it and it's just a mess. Then I'll clean it right then and there. But if not, same with Nina, same with Zeus, same with the gecko, and same now with the scorpion. Every other day. Clean water. Fresh clean water. So, I know that there's no issue with the tank. There's no smells. I lift it up. I smell it. I spray it down. I spray down all the tanks 3 times a day. In the morning, as soon as I wake up. In the afternoon, as soon as I get home from work. And then late at night, right before I go to bed. But, however, right before I go to bed, I don't spray it down, too heavy. I spray it down, just enough to get the humidity up a bit. That way there, throughout the night, the humidity is not as high as it would be, say, during the day. That way there, they have a little fluctuation, with the heat and the humidity as well. So, I mean, I love these animals, and if it was up to me, if I had it my way, I would have, a much bigger area, a much bigger space, and, I would have so much more reptiles, so much more animals, and, all right, I'm going to fill you guys in on something I've really been contemplating, something that I want to do so bad. So, you've heard of a doggy daycare, right? Okay. Well, I've been seeing posts on Facebook, people saying how they just got back from vacation and something's wrong with their lizard or something's wrong with their snake. Or they want to go on vacation, but they can't because they don't know what to do with their reptile. Well, I've been thinking what I want to do is start my own reptile daycare kind of place where people can come, drop off their reptile, whether it be for a couple of days or for a week, and initially, for a first timer, you just bring in the animal, it would be a certain fee, certain amount for right then and there, and then if you want the animal to be looked after for, say, all depending on the time frame of how long you want the animal looked after will depend on how much it would be. And also at the same time as doing that, I also want to start a rescue. If a person just cannot care for their reptiles anymore, they can bring it to me, drop it off, I'll take care of it. And they'll sign a waiver saying, no matter what ends up happening to them in their life, they can never take that animal back. They can purchase it, but they couldn't take it back. Get what I mean? I hope so. Well, guys, look, I'm going to wrap this up here because I got to, finish getting ready for work. I got to head out and I got to really try to hustle, try to make some money. Because I do not want to have to end up selling my animals. As you know, they were the reason why I didn't fall into that depression and earlier on at the beginning of the year. As you saw go check out that video I made, Getting Real or something. It's one that I get a little deeper into my personal life. Just letting you guys know more about me. Okay, check that out. But yeah, no, I can't sell these animals. I would give up everything in this world to keep these animals. So if you guys, if you could find it in your heart, to donate $1, $5, whatever, I'm gonna put in the link to the GoFundMe down below. If you could go check it out, I'd really appreciate it. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have fun, be safe, okay? And enjoy the time you have with your family. Enjoy the time you have with your friends, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. And also, take a second, be kind to someone, because you never know what a person's going through. You don't know what they're dealing with at home. You don't know what they're dealing with at work. You don't know what they're going through. So you see somebody walking around with their head down or something, just take a second, be kind to someone. It doesn't make you less of a man because you're being kind to someone else, because you're helping someone else. It doesn't. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the weekend, guys. I'll see you in the next one.